Let's meditate, okay? You probably don't need to do it because we're going to do a coffee meditation, okay? So I probably don't need to record it. We're just going to do a coffee meditation, okay? No lion's dance today. All right? Okay. So the way a coffee meditation works is somebody, what? You okay?
We're having some issues with the translation machines. Give us a sec before we start the
Okay. Somebody asked me what I learned in 3-year retreat. You can spend hours like that. Jumping on the bed. You think I'm kidding? You ready? Okay, here we go. The way I'd like to do this is Scott's going to keep a timer. What did we do last time? 4 minutes? 2 minutes? Okay. We're going to do short coffee meditations. Okay, and people can do one by one. That sounds better. I thought that was. Okay, so if you have a coffee meditation you'd like to propose for everybody, you just raise your hand, and then you have a 2-minute limit to explain it, and then we meditate on it for 3 minutes. I'll do the first one. I was just thinking how lucky we are to have this lineage and the teachers that I had, and the teachers of those teachers and the teachers of those teachers. So we must have really good seeds to have such an amazing lineage, especially in this country. There's nothing else, much of a long lineage of teachers. So I'd like to do coffee meditation on my teacher, Ken Rinpoche Geshe Losang Tarchen, and his teacher, Trijang Rinpoche, and his teacher, Pabongka Rinpoche. So your grandfather, your great-grandfather, and your great-great-grandfather, and how lucky we are to have them. Okay? Ready? Scott. I think most of you are supposed to be doing coffee meditation every night, and I think most of us are not doing it every night. So maybe we can get a habit here. Okay. You guys have a microphone ready? If you'd like to propose a coffee meditation, please raise your hand.
I'm very glad that I had the seeds to plant you, Geshe Michael, as my teacher. That I had the seeds to come here. That I had the opportunity to train my meditation muscle in this silent retreat so often and so hard. And during that, contemplate about emptiness.
Scott, you ready? Grateful for this retreat, grateful for our teachers, grateful for the chance to meditate on emptiness. Okay. All right. Anyone else?
Thank you, Tim. I just want to say how happy I was to watch Seiji and Chris during this retreat, not in their cabin, but when they were together, they were the two most gentle souls I've ever seen helping each other. It was so beautiful, and Seiji seemed to heal his foot a lot faster, or ankle a lot faster. So I'm very grateful for all of our vows that we have that create this kind of kindness in our world. So thank you.
Okay. Mr. Scott. Okay, 4 minutes. 2 minutes. 3.
Because I'm going to create a very rich investor, Pang Mao, for the new project. So I start to do the investor coffee meditation. I'm so rejoiced all the investor in Diamond Mountain Retreat Center, not only the people who invest the money to donate the money, but also the people who invest their talent, their capacity, their passion, their love, and with consciousness. That made Diamond Mountain more and more beautiful and successful. So I rejoice all the investors here. They understanding about the sea. They invest all they can invest to this beautiful, successful retreat center.
Geshe, I have a general question. Is coffee meditation supposed to be about what we get or about what we give?
Both.
Both.
I agree with Luca.
Okay, because I thought it was to water the seeds that we plant by doing something so we can get more of that back.
That's
Do you have
okay.
to run? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, but that becomes a new seed. There's this principle in Buddhism that all causes are results. All results are causes. Something like that. Okay.
I just want to share some little personal experience during these 2 retreats. I have some physical issues towards my body for more than a year. On the first day, I arrived here that Annie taught me how to put my knees correctly to prevent being painful when meditate. And on the last day, before the end of the Larim retreat, that pass taught me put the head correctly. And actually, these 2 guidance helped me a lot during this retreat. I can sit quite comfortably without a headache, without a backache, and without knee ache. And yesterday, Cornelia taught me how to plant seeds correctly, which is to teach my mom to do the chair yoga at her age of 80 years old. Thank you. And I do appreciate a lot.
Okay, coffee meditation. Oh, we gotta do coffee meditation on that. You ready? Okay, here we go. That we have people here who can teach people about retreat and meditation.
So I wanted to say first to Luca that certainly the very beautiful way you helped me that day when I wasn't feeling well would contribute to your healing. So thank you. As I get ready to go back out into the more hectic world, I find that I am having great appreciation for the Sangha, you know, for those people here who supported my worldview for all of these years, you know, and for all of you who keep returning. It's invaluable to have friends who, when you start complaining about something, they say something like, I wonder where that came from. So, yeah, a great appreciation for that nominal Sangha, for all of those people who support us in our practice and our worldview.
Okay, let's meditate. On the Sangha that supports each other here. Especially with that famous question, I wonder where that comes from.
I'm rejoicing that Will and Vimala are protecting the cows because it's super important. The cows are like our mothers. We should treat them well.
Meditation on Will and Vimala's work with Gomukha to help the cows who give us so much. Okay, I think one more, because we had.
I want to say thanks for all the insight that hearing this teaching that are heard again and again and again, and every time, it doesn't matter how many times you hear it, you always find more dimension, more angles, more perspective, and they integrate in your life in a new way. Like it's always fresh, all the time. So I want to give thanks that this is how the Dharma manifests in life.
Okay, so rejoice that every time you hear these ideas again, you get more ideas. They have babies, ideas have babies, and always deeper, always more things to understand and use in your life. Okay, here we go. Okay, this relates to the 146th section of the Sutra, which is a meditation number 16, I think, in Kamalashila 5. And the Buddha just told Subhuti, suppose, oh Subhuti, that someone says the Buddha goes and comes. He stands, he sits, and he lies down as well. Okay? Such a person has failed to understand the sutra. Okay? So if somebody says Buddha walks, Buddha stands, Buddha sits, Buddha lies down, then they didn't understand the sutra. Okay? And the Buddha divides walking into two, coming and going. So really there are only four here. He mentions 5 things, but 2 of them are together. It's called Chulam Shi. Chulam Shi means Nick, you know chulam? It means activity. Ch, high tone, S-B-Y-O-D. And it means all day long you are doing one of these four. Either you're lying down, or you're sitting, or you're standing, or you're walking, okay? So it's a kind of a joke in Buddhism when they say the four activities, because you're always doing one of them, okay? So he says if anybody thinks the Buddha does anything all day long, they are mistaken, okay? It means what? Yeah, not coming from you. If you see the Buddha walking, or you see the Buddha talking, or you see the Buddha sitting, it's coming from you. There's no Buddha doing it from their own side. Now, the most famous chulam in all of Buddhist scripture is Chulam Ki Nyaljar. Anyone want to tell me about that? It's the 11th of the 11 yogas of Vajrayogini, okay? Secret yogas. So you will be studying 11 secret yogas. The last secret yoga is called Chulam Ki Nyaljar. And it means when you're not meditating, when you're not in retreat, when you're driving to the Tucson airport, when you're sitting in an airplane, when you go back to your job, okay, then you also have to practice, okay? So that's also a kind of retreat called your life, okay? And you'll be doing those four things. You'll either be sitting on your butt, or you'll be walking on your feet, or, okay, lying down on your back, okay? And you have to keep practicing, okay? So you did your Diamond Mountain retreat, now you're going to do your world, real life retreat, okay? And it starts when you get on the bus to go to the airport, okay? And that's called Chulam Ki Nyaljar, okay? Very beautiful. And so I chose this lady who's doing her normal life, buying groceries, okay? And especially in the Vajrayogini practice, which is what we follow here at Diamond Mountain. It's the secret practice we follow here. And it was the practice of my teacher and the practice of my teacher's teacher, and the main book was written by Pabongku Rinpoche, who wrote the Lamrim. So there's a big connection to Jinkan Yujomo here, Diamond Mountain, okay? Then one way to practice when you get home is a very sweet meditation you can do while you're working, while you're going to work, while you're going to buy groceries, while you're taking care of your kids, okay? And you think, well, I was at Diamond Mountain, and that last day we did a prayer, and Geshe-la went blah, 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 blah. And then Vajrayogini came into me. So I have a little bit of Vajrayogini in me already, okay? I got Vajrayogini virus beginning at Diamond Mountain during my retreat there. So I can be a little bit Vajrayogini all day long, okay? So during your Chilamshi, during your four activities, sitting, walking, standing, lying down, once in a while, just think, you know, actually inside I'm Vajrayogini, you know. Outside I look like a normal person in the grocery store, but inside I'm Vajrayogini, okay? And there's a tradition in the Vajrayogini teachings, which you now have permission to do. Then you make some sign with your left hand or your left foot, okay? Make some sign with your left hand or your left foot. At the grocery store, hold your bag with the left hand, you see? Or say hi to the clerk, you know, like that. Or scratch your left ear. Okay, and it's a secret agreement with the Vajrayogini that when you do something with your left hand, it means I'm thinking about you, and I want to come be with you, and I want to be the next Vajrayogini in your Buddha paradise, okay? So it's a special language of people who've been to Diamond Mountain, okay? Like in the airport, I always step on the escalator with the left foot first. When I come up here, I don't know if you notice, I always step on left foot first, okay? It's a message to my angel. I'm thinking about you. You know, I know you drove back to Flagstaff, but I'm thinking about you, okay? So that's a very beautiful practice called Chölam Kinyanja. And especially when you're not feeling very divine, you feel kind of sleepy and dull and not very special, then do something with your left hand, okay? Anything. You can pick your nose with your left hand, okay? It's all a message, okay? All right, it's called Vama Marga. Vama means left hand. What's the English word that comes from Vama? Feminine. Female, feminine. Okay? It means the way of the woman, the way of the Buddha women. Vama Marga, left hand path. Okay? Vama came. Sanskrit A's always change to E in English, and V often changes to F. So feminine, the way of the lady, the way of the goddess. Okay? All right? So I expect to see a lot of left stuff going on. All right. You got a 50% chance anyway, whatever you do. Okay. All right. Number 17. Okay. So this is a lady walking. By the way, her left foot went out first. And this is a section in, hang on, what's the number, Katie? 16? 17. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. The part in the sutra is, Buddha says, when does someone become Tathagata? Okay, say Tathagata. Tata means like that, and gata means gone, like gate gati paragati. Okay, it means went that way, Tathagata. Okay, and the Buddha tells Subhuti, you want to know what's a Tathagata? It's a person who went that way. And then Subhuti says, what do you mean went that way? And it says, Buddha says it's a person who understands that they don't go and they don't come anywhere. And that's why we call them Tathagata and Arhat and Samyak Sambuddha, total Buddha, okay? They are Tathagata, they are Arhat, they are Samyak Sambuddha, they are total Buddha, they are killer of the enemy, and they are person who went that way. So what's that way? Just means a person who thinks about the pen during the day. Okay? So it seems like Buddha in the sutra is getting us ready to take the flight home. Okay? This is how I want you to behave. When you walk around your city, when you go back to Shenzhen or Beijing or Guangzhou or Hamburg or Moscow, St. Petersburg, then think, Guadalajara. Just think this way, tata. Okay, think that way, tata. Things coming from me. How's all this stuff coming from? Tata, that way. What do you mean that way? From me. Comes from me. Comes from my seeds. Everything, tata. Everything is like that. Okay? So when you think tata, everything's coming that way from me, then you become a Buddha, Tathagata. You are going Tatali, you are a Tataish person. Tataik, you are a Tataika. Okay? You are doing things that way, meaning from seeds. You are using seeds to solve your problems. You are using seeds to make your dreams come true. Okay? Then you're Tata. Tata person. Okay? Tathagata. Then he says, by the way, the Buddha mentioned 2 more names for Buddha, right? One is Arhat, which means, Ari in Sanskrit means enemy. Hat means kill, okay? Arhat. And sometimes Arhant, weaker form, stronger form, okay? And it means you killed your negative thoughts. If you understand your husband's coming from you, you won't get angry at him ever. Okay? And you will congratulate him yourself when he's handsome. All right. That way you kill your negative thoughts. Okay? Also, you become Samyak Sambuddha. You become total Buddha. On the positive side, you understand all things in the world, okay? Because you're thinking, tata. Stuff come like that from me, okay? So the Buddha gave 3 words for Buddha here. Tata gata, person who understands things are coming from themselves. Arhat, kill their negative thoughts, because how can you get mad at your husband for being stupid if he's coming from you? If you call your husband stupid, you're calling yourself stupid. You should call your husband smart. Okay? And then Samyak Sambuddha. If you keep thinking this way, you will be totally happy person. So Samyak Sam means totally happy Buddha. Okay? Keep thinking things coming from me, you can fix everything. And then you're just a happy person. Okay? So that's the picture. She's going in a certain way, tata. Okay? She's understanding the world's coming from her. Then she can't get angry, and then slowly she's going to understand all things, see all things. Okay? All right. Next one. We'll take a break pretty soon. I can feel that something in the room. Okay. Something in the way. What's the next one? Oh, yeah. 18? Okay. I'm trying to find the verses for you. Okay, yeah. This is, at this place in the Sutra, if you're interested, it's section 148. Buddha says, suppose somebody gave as many gifts to the Buddhas as there are pieces of dust in the whole world, countless worlds, okay? Tong Sumki, Tong Chambo, a galaxy of 1,000 of 1,000 of 1,000, a billion planets, okay? And then they took all that dust, and for each piece of dust, they gave like their body to the Buddha. Would that be a lot of dust? Buddha asks Subhuti. Subhuti says, yeah, that would be a lot. But they are impossible. They are not possible. The world is not made of atoms, okay? We do it in DCI, right? With the aspirin teaching, okay? There's nothing in an aspirin, the kind of atoms in an aspirin that can take away your headache. It's not true, okay? The world is not made of atoms. What's the world made of? You can say kindness. I like to say the world is made of kindness, okay? You see an aspirin, and the aspirin works because you helped another person with a headache, okay? So the active ingredient in the aspirin is karma. The active ingredient is your kindness, okay? You can say the world is made of kindness, not atoms, okay? It's a human need to think that stuff is made of smaller stuff, but it's not true, okay? It's coming from you. It's not made of little balls. So Subhuti gave a good answer to the Buddha. The Buddha was trying to talk about big bunches of karma, and he mentioned all the particles in many planets. But then he said, by the way, they're not made of particles, okay? Planets are not made of little pieces of atoms. They're made of kindness, okay? All right? So, we're talking about the very, very first of the 6 flavors of emptiness. This is DCI level 7. If you want to know more about it, come to DCI level 7. Next time we teach it somewhere, God bless. And we're talking about you can divide the whole universe into things that change and things that don't change, and the things that change can be physical or mental or stuff in between. And the physical things are empty. They're not made of atoms, okay? The idea that they're made of atoms is the lowest of all the Buddhist schools, okay? Science is the lowest of all the Buddhist schools, okay? Got it? They made a big breakthrough. They decided it wasn't just electrons and protons and neutrons. They broke the protons and the neutrons down into quarks and hadrons. And that's progress. All right. Thank you. Okay. So this addresses the first and lowest wrong view, which is that things are made of atoms. Okay? Unitary, unchanging, and independent. Okay? Like an atom. Kind of the definition of an atom. Okay? All right. Now that we've canceled science, 19. This is the last one. If you finish this, you've finished Kamalashila. Okay? We still have to do the review, right? But those of you who have come, who's come to all 5? Raise your hand. I did. Not bad. Wow. Impressive. We'll do coffee meditation about you. Yeah, let's start later. The one who is thinking well thinks of the emptiness of the one who is thinking well. The Sutra says, do you think, Subhuti, that people see themselves as people? And Subhuti says if they understand, then they don't. Okay? So the picture is a lady. She's just a normal lady, you know, especially Michael's worked in New York. You see these people on the street, thousands and thousands of people. You walk past them every day. They look like normal people, but maybe they just got back from Diamond Mountain. And maybe they just finished studying Kamalashila. And maybe she's thinking that the whole world is coming from her. Okay? Including her. And including her understanding. Okay? Got it? So that's the last thing the Buddha says in the Diamond Cutter Sutra. That's the last main point he makes. So now you're officially teenagers, and you understand that things are coming from you. And the last thing to understand is that your understanding is coming from you. Then you will take care of it. And you will do what you have to do to make sure you don't lose it. So what do you have to do? What do you have to do with money to make sure it doesn't stop? Yeah, every time you get some money, you have to share it. For example, you could join the silent auction. Tim, I think it should be a blank piece of paper in a bowl. Just, okay? They shouldn't see the other person's. Is that how it works? Oh, really? Okay, I trust you. Make a bid on this book, okay? We are selling Dharma. I'm going to the hell realms. Help me out here. This is Choni Lama's awesome, the greatest commentary ever written to the Diamond Cutter Sutra. The translation team, half in Sedona, half in Shenzhen, they finished this book about 2 weeks ago. And now it's going to the printer, okay, publisher. But you can have the first copy ever printed. Okay, it's 500 pages, okay? You can share it with your husband if he doesn't accept the ideas. It's so heavy. Just hit him on the head. He will see emptiness. Okay, so we are having an auction today. You put your name there, okay? You put $1 more than the last person. And 100% of the money goes to Mr. Dunn and Mrs. Dunn to invest in Diamond Mountain, okay? Diamond Mountain investors, all right? So, you know, I forget what's the next project. I think the one we didn't finish was, I don't know. We'll find something to spend the money on. We still have to pave the roads, okay? So we're working on that, okay? So anyway, please, during the break, just make a bid, put $1 and start, okay? Oh, the small book is more valuable because that's Kamalashila, and no one's ever tried to translate Kamalashila. That's the first. We figured it out, me and Stanley yesterday. It's 8% of Kamalashila. Take us about 6 more years, but but no one's ever translated it, so that's also special, okay? So take one home, make a donation to Diamond Mountain, okay? Because if you want prosperity, you have to share. When you get something, you have to share it, okay? When money comes to you, share it. I just got paid by our black market Chinese printer after a zillion years. He sold $1.5 million of black market copies. So I got a small payment, which is why I'm so generous this week. I got a few drops from the author gets like 5%, you figured out. But anyway, when you get some money, share it immediately, okay? You don't know if you're gonna live another day or not, okay? So share it when you get it. When you get some wisdom at Diamond Mountain, then share it as fast as you can, okay? On the airplane, the person sleeping next to you, going to Beijing, and you're like, did you hear about the pen? Let me tell you about the banana. You have to know about the pen. Okay. Buddha said, share as much as you understand. It means maybe you understand 5%, then give 2.5% to somebody else, okay? Maybe you understand 10%, then give 5% to somebody else. But it's the same as money, okay? When you get money, try to share like half of it. Use half of it yourself, okay? You earned it. You made those seeds. That's your projection. You can buy some nice clothes, or you can buy a nice car, or you can buy a nice little house, okay? That's fine. Nick and Aaron just, did you finish? It's the endless house negotiation. Any day now. The check is in the mail. Okay, buy a nice small house, you know, be happy, that's okay. Use half, but then share half, okay? And when you understand something, then share it right away with other people, okay? And then that's the emptiness of your understanding, okay? You will have more and more understanding. She's walking around the street, and she's thinking about what she learned at Diamond Mountain, and she's thinking of how she will share it, okay? That's the last teaching, Kamalashila. Now, Katie, we're going to do this examination. When you promise an examination to your students, always give it to them. Otherwise, they get stressed out. Okay. Here we go. Katie's got one ready here. Oh, that could be anything. Janice Sanders. That's... Sorry about that.
The Buddha sitting straight. that means that the Buddha meditated, and that we, as the last of the 500 who know anything, should meditate every day, even if it's just a little bit. Just make time to meditate so you can become the Buddha sitting.
Yeah, great. If the Buddha has time to meditate every day, then you have time, even if you have to do it on top of your office building. Okay. Good job, Janet. Yeah. Ooh, that's a hard one. Zhang Jie Nguyen. Zhang Zhengwen.
Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful elephant. Okay, so this one is showing that the atom didn't make the word works. It's our seed make the word works. Our word is not made of little balls. My coffee, Geshe Michael's coffee is not made of balls. It's from the seeds. It's from the seed that I can see him. It's from the seeds that is from our seed that we're sitting here. And the atom is just the easier way to make logically make things make logical sense. And what was that? And oh, the sign is the lowest study.
Yeah, good. Good. If there was really a thing which is indivisible, not divisible, tam. Tam is the ancient Sanskrit root for divisible, to divide. The word, what word comes from that? Temple. Because a temple was fenced off from the rest of the village in the old days. So atam. If something was really indivisible, then the left side would be the right side. And then no matter how many you put together, you can't make an elephant. Okay? All right. You can't be seeing an elephant if they're made of atoms. Not possible. It's illogical. Okay? All right. Come on, this is easy. Leti Guyen. You want to try? Wait, microphone.
Is the guy who is understanding what is reading like integrate to his life, to his practice? And I don't know. The Dharma jewel?
Yeah. Okay, so all Buddhists, you know, the very first thing they teach Buddhists in most countries.
Oh, yeah.
You want to go ahead?
Yeah, the real Dharma jewel is integrating from the things and the understanding of things happens because of your seeds.
So usually we say this is Dharma, these books are Dharma. But real Dharma is the direct perception of emptiness, okay? And other ideas. This guy is having both. This guy has physical Dharma and this guy has mental Dharma. What subject do we often teach at the same time? What we teach from the Abhidharma. About the last days of Buddhism. So it's very interesting that a teacher who said that everything is impermanent also said it about his own religion. Okay? That's very unusual in history. Or that a president would talk about the end of their country. You see? Or the founder of a religion will predict the day when their religion dies. You see? So it's a very powerful idea. In Buddhism, we're encouraged not to talk about other things as impermanent or other things are empty. You're supposed to talk about, I'm impermanent, I will die. And it's the hardest kind of impermanence to admit. Nobody wants to admit, I'm going to die, you see? No one wants to say. They can say, you're impermanent, or your car is impermanent, we'll meet. But to Geshe Michael, nah, he's gonna last forever. And all his teaching going to last forever. And Buddha said, no, my teaching also will die. Okay, my teaching also impermanent. Okay, cool. All right, the ideas will die first. The books will stick around in John Brady's database for a few more decades, and then they will die because no one knows what they mean. Which is almost happening now. Okay, you ready, Katie? Let's embarrass some more people. This is really fun. Aww. Regina. Are you ready? No? You want to take a shot? You don't have to.
I try.
Okay.
It's a fake film, but
Good.
But we, in the end, we're still crying, and it's the same with the fake, with the pen. You tell us the pen, and the first time when I hear it, I was in Munich. I also make this. Okay, it's coming from me, but it seems it's coming from this side.
Excellent.
I can't see it really directly.
Yeah.
And I hope I will see it
Yeah.
directly.
Okay. That explanation was perfect. Be careful, Jasmine's going to catch you to be a Lamrim teacher. She's a really tough boss. Mark Salustro. Wow. Your student is waiting for your explanation. Go.
This is it ever okay not to dig deeper?
Nice. Wow.
And he's obviously going for the death, angel of death.
Okay.
So that's what it represents.
Okay, good. Yeah. Is it ever okay not to go deeper? And Buddha didn't like not to go deeper. Whenever you have a chance, go deeper. Okay. Don't teach the science of a Buddha by talking about the science of a wheel emperor. Teach the emptiness of the science, okay? That they're coming from you, okay? All right, one more, Katie. We got him on a run-in now. Ooh, that's pretty hard. And it's going to be, wait, Katie Fetch came up again, but I'm going to cancel that because you got to go yesterday. It's got to be this one right here. Okay. Aaron went yesterday. Yeah, sure. No, they're not. They left already. Irina Maestruk. Irina Maestruk. All right, Irina. Что это?
Это картинка о том, кто склеил все эти части вместе. Кто собрал все эти прекрасные части вместе.
It's about who glued all the parts together.
Yeah, cool.
И
What glues all the parts together? Clay of what?
И мы говорим о том, что все части собраны вместе и соединяются вместе с помощью нашей доброты и с помощью того, что мы благодарны.
And we say it's our kindness.
Wait. Start that again, but put the microphone
We
close.
say it's our kindness what glues all the parts together, and gratitude.
Yeah, good. Kindness and
И
gratitude.
мы говорим о том, чтобы для того, чтобы Трамп был логичен, нам следует быть последовательными и логичными в том, что мы делаем.
And we say if we want Trump to be logical, we have to be like logical ourselves.
Yeah, okay, good. Okay. So one of the most what do we usually talk about when we talk about this gluing stuff together? Yeah, good. This is the answer to Nagarjuna's koan. Is the thing one of its? Are you your hand? No. Are you not connected to your body? No. Are you all of your body? No, because there's one more part, which is your seeds that glue everything together. Okay? Cool. All right. We're going to keep going through the general review of Kamalashila. And we're just going to, I got all nervous this morning and I was going to go faster. But I don't like to do that. I just like to go at normal speed. So let's just keep going. Maybe we have to finish it in Chalapa. Chapala. Just kidding. I called it Chalapa for like 3 years. Finally they decided just to change the name of the place. Chapala. The largest lake in Mexico, a very beautiful resort, very close to the airport in Guadalajara. Same temperature all year, not like Diamond Mountain. We had winter at the beginning of the retreat, and we had summer at the end of the retreat. That's why we always do it in the same week. Okay. 54 or is it 30? I'm sorry. It is. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I'm on the wrong one. Yeah. This is a sexy one. The Buddha said, let's go do it properly. Buddha said, it's verse 34, those of you who care. Section 34. We gave the section numbers according to Kamalashila's commentary. He said, this is what the Buddha meant when he said, those who understand that this teaching of the Dharma, the diamond cutter, is like a boat, leave even these teachings behind. Okay? They even leave the teachings behind. Okay? Much less what they do with wrong teachings. Even the correct teachings, they leave it behind. And then there's there's a lot of sutras that talk about this idea that you don't take a boat from Los Angeles to Zhuhai, and then when you get out of the boat in Zhuhai, you pick up the boat and carry it around with you. Okay? So once the boat takes you to where you want to go, you don't have to, carry the boat around, okay? And there's 3 levels of meaning here, okay? There's 3 levels of meaning here, okay? That's why I said 3 boats. And I tried to find a picture with 3 boats. It took me like 6 months, and it's not a great picture of 3 boats, but reminds me of a certain place in Thailand in December, if you want to come study Lam Rim. Okay, that's a special Lam Rim this year in December, 1 hour 55 minutes from Shanghai by airplane. I won't tell you how long the bus drive is. Jasmine had a cool idea. Oh, sorry. Okay, Jasmine had a cool idea. People in China take care of their parents as well as their children. So we're kind of going to have a 3 generations Lam Rim retreat, okay? So we will have special teachings and special yoga classes for your parents who are my age and need easy yoga. And then there will be special classes for people's children, so you can bring your children. And then the normal classes for you guys, okay? Nick promised to play rock and roll for each age group. And Aaron's gonna sing. But, you know, if you'd like to bring your parents, and we'll have special classes for them. And I will teach some special classes for them. And special classes for children, okay? So 3-generation retreat. Good idea. All right, 3 boats to leave behind. Number 1, if a teaching is mistaken, obviously leave it behind, you know? Drop that boat. Get out of the boat, okay? If someone says to you, what is the direct perception of emptiness? Lions dance language, please. Yeah, level 7. If someone comes up to you and says level 7 is the direct perception of emptiness, then you can stop thinking about anything. Get out of the boat. Get out of that boat, okay? Most yoga classes start out this way. Oh, you can see the void, and you know. I just go like this during the talk. Then when they start doing yoga, I start doing yoga, okay? Second boat to get out of is any diamond cutter sutra which wasn't written by you. Okay? Get out of that boat, okay? If you think there's a diamond cutter sutra that the Buddha taught, or a Lama taught that you met because the car brought them, okay? Then get out of that boat. And that's a hard boat to get out of, okay? That's a really difficult boat to get out of. It's difficult to imagine that I wrote the Diamond Cutter Sutra, okay? But you have to. You have to understand it, okay? Now, is there ever a time when you would want to get out of the last boat? The boat where you understand the sutra came from you. Do you ever want to get out of that boat? In a way there is, and I can compare it to one of the 5 problems of meditation. Yeah, problem number 5, okay? If the meditation is going well, don't touch it. Don't mess with it, okay? There's a time, for example, when you're seeing emptiness directly, you don't want to think about this book came from me, okay? There's a time when you even leave behind normal objects that you created, okay? Path number 5 is different, because path number 5, you're seeing both at the same time. Okay, all right, so we got the 3 boats. The third boat's a little tricky, okay? Third boat's a little tricky. There's times when you don't want to think about where things came from when you're in the direct possession of emptiness, okay? Just stay there, okay? All right, leave that boat behind. All right, number 16? By the way, oh sorry, 31. I'll give you a mini break in about 10 minutes, okay? So you can get me another cappuccino. Okay, I like this photo. It took me a long time to find, but I'm really happy with it. Does anybody want Luba? Wait. This cover's gonna sue me, you know. Yes. Wait, tell the whole story. Do you remember?
Okay.
It's John Brady is involved.
John Brady and Connie and Geshe. One time they came to, after maybe 2 retreats, they were tired and they decided to go to very expensive restaurant. And Geshe said, okay, I will pay for the dinner. And they really had a wonderful time, and they had a good, expensive dinner there.
This is future.
They do it after every one retreat, so maybe. And when the waiter brought the bill, Geshe put his hand into his pocket to get out his credit card, and there wasn't a credit card because Geshe forgot, because he changed his pants before and his credit card was in another pair of pants. So there wasn't credit card at all. And it's about Gakcha. And when waiter is still staying there and waiting for the card, and Geshe is trying to find it in any other pockets and maybe anywhere else. And the waiter is asking, what are you looking for? He said, my credit card. Which kind of credit card? Waiter asked, it's a Discover. And the waiter said, wow, Discover. We don't accept it at all.
Yeah, good. Very good.
It's about Gakcha. It's a real Gakcha. It's two-headed purple elephant in the room. So we think it is there, and it isn't.
Good. Nice.
If it was there, it wasn't the card. They don't accept it anyway.
Good.
Thank you.
Okay. The line underneath is Buddhism accepts two kinds of negatives. Buddhism accepts two kinds of negatives, yeah. And, or you can say two kinds of Gakcha. One is absence. There's no elephant in this room. And one is identity. He's not the president. Somebody else is the president. Okay? So Gakcha is which one? First one, yeah. Something's not there that you thought was there. Okay? All right. This next one is difficult. This is quite difficult, and I don't think we covered it very well because we were rushing at the end of some Kamalashila. And I think it's a very, very important one. And I want to tell you which verse it connects to. It came from the second Kamalashila. It was talking about where the Buddha comes from. What kind of karma is it that can create a Buddha? And that's where they were talking about mountains of good karma, okay? So you can't normally make enough good karma to create a Buddha. It's not possible using normal karma. It has to be the karma of thinking about emptiness and understanding emptiness. That's the only karma that's powerful enough to create a Buddha, okay? That's why it's such a powerful thing to study the Dhammapada Sutra, okay? That's why they always say a place where you study the Dhammapada Sutra becomes a church, becomes a temple, okay? Automatically, all right? And if the world wasn't crazy, there would be lots of people walking around this temple right now because the people inside are like more important than the stupa, okay? Okay? The place where somebody taught diamond cutter is automatically the most important Buddhist temple. And if you go to that place, great karma, just to come to Diamond Mountain and look at a cabin where somebody spent 3 years is extremely powerful, okay? And you can't find them almost anywhere, okay? And they got a lot of them here, 27, okay? Just to see that cabin is powerful karmic seed, okay? To sit in it for a week and have the duns bring you these delicious meals and pick you up is extremely powerful karma, okay? All right, now, so the karma of studying Kamalashila is going to make you a Buddha, right? You plant the seed opens, and then you see yourself as a Buddha, right? No. What, Geshe? What are you doing? I'm making the sun come up tomorrow. There's no connection. Yes, there is. I always do it today. The sun always comes tomorrow. Yeah, Geshe, it happened one after another. But this doesn't make it cause and effect. Ingo. It just coincidence. It happened, microphone happened day before. Sun came up the day after. It's the same with the seeds that make you a Buddha. There's no connection between the seeds and the Buddha. Your karma makes a seed, and then your karma makes a Buddha. The seed doesn't become the Buddha. It's like the pen, right? You remember that one? Your karma makes the pen. Then your karma makes the writing. But the pen doesn't make the writing. It's the same with karma itself. Karma itself is empty. Okay? Disembodied. Now, what's disembodied? This is a word that Kamalashila made up. It doesn't exist anywhere else in 1,000,000 pages. It's called lume. He calls it disembodied karma, okay? The karma has no body. The karma is not real, okay? The karma creates a Buddha, but not from the karma. Your mind made the karma, then your mind made the Buddha, okay? Okay, it's hard. It's hard. Okay. Is there, when they push this thing down, the dynamite explodes, right? It means somewhere inside the box, this metal touches this metal, the electricity goes, and then the dynamite is karma, right? Seed. So you push the thing, and then the metal touches the metal, right? It cannot touch. Touch needs atoms. We just had an elephant explanation. We know atoms don't work. It's not true that there's atoms in the handle that touch the atoms in the box. It's not happening. There's no contact, okay? Your mind made a handle. Your mind made a pushing. Your mind made an explosion. Your mind made the electricity. The pushing didn't make the electricity make the explosion. Okay? Tough. Tough. Okay? I remember when I was in 3-year retreat, and I gave a talk once every 6 months or something. And one day I realized there's no line between. I was looking at a tree and the green leaves and the blue sky, and I realized the green cannot touch the blue. You see? Who's making the line between green and blue? I am. You see? The blue can't touch the green. There's no atoms, okay? So you gotta sit with that one. Also, the wind cannot move the leaves. Okay? The wind cannot move the leaves. The wind blows coming from my seeds. After that, the leaves move, okay? But they're both coming from me separately, okay? They don't cause each other. Got it? And somehow, you will never be happy unless you understand this. Because your whole life, you will try to do some things to make other things happen. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't work. So until you understand why the leaves move when the wind blows, you will never be happy. It's not possible. Okay? Why does the leaf move when the wind blows? Your mind creates the wind. Then your mind creates the leaves moving. And they happen one after the other. But the wind is not causing the leaves to move. If you didn't have the seeds, the wind would blow and the seeds and the wind, then the leaves wouldn't move and you could walk on water, for example. Okay? No problem. I lost a big debate in the monastery, I hate to admit it, about this subject. You always remember the debate you lost. Some kid was smashed me. The emptiness of the elements, right? Water. Okay. All right. By the way, if you're not ready to go there yet, you can say, my karma gave the wind the power to move the leaves. That's a little more comfortable. My karma gave the aspirin the power to take away my headache, okay? If it makes you more comfortable. But it's not true. Your karma made a headache, and then your karma made a headache stop. And your karma made a medicine. And you ate some medicine just before the headache went away, but that wasn't the cause. Got it? Wait, do that special thing. Where do we teach that in DCI? Or read? Come on. Go ahead. Wait. Scott's going to save you $3,300. How do you become a DCI? How can you be a DCI teacher? 100. Three. Three things, okay. First, stop. No, somebody ask you a question. Ask you a question, okay. And you have to stop and consider it like it's a very good question. No, you have to look intelligent. Like you look intelligent, like you don't know the answer, or like you're thinking. And then to have a sudden epiphany. Yeah, go like this. Oh, I got it. And then show 4 steps. And then say, try the 4 steps. Now you're a DCI teacher. Okay. Don't go 4 steps directly. You have to have some drama. It has to be exciting. So I say, oh, Geshe, I can't get along with my husband. Oh, let me think about it. Then try to look very intelligent. Then go like this. Oh, I have an idea. Then like, what? You say, try the 4 steps. Now you're a DCI teacher, okay? So you have to do the 3. The first 2 are fake. The third one's the real one. Okay? I'm going to buy a little tape recorder, put it in my pocket, and then when people ask for a special meeting, Geshe, I have a special problem. I'm like, okay. They say, what should I do? Click. You should try the 4 steps. Number 1. Okay. Anyway, it doesn't seem to work. I wonder why I keep seeing stubborn people. That's a new DCI joke. I don't know why I keep seeing these kind of people. All right. Ready, Katie? Anybody want to try? Yeah, good. Yeah. Why the picture? Nice. Nice. Okay. Srotupana. She entered the stream. Okay. That's a synonym for Arya, who saw emptiness directly. Stream enterer. Okay. So she's supposed to be an Arya. Okay. And probably she's Bodhisattva Arya because, yeah, she's helping someone else to see emptiness. Okay. And but if she thought I saw emptiness, then she'd get kicked out of Tonglam, path of seeing. Okay? If you think I saw emptiness, okay, then you cannot be Arya. You get kicked out. Okay? You get pushed out of it. All right? A person in the direct perception of emptiness cannot perceive any object which is not emptiness. If they think I saw emptiness, it's finished. They have to come out. Okay? Especially if they misunderstand themselves. Okay? Why are you having those thoughts in your mind? When you see emptiness, why are you having those thoughts in your mind? Who's having those thoughts in your mind? You're listening to something that's opening, okay? Something you planted last week. This applies very much to how to meditate. Crystal legs, okay? This applies to crystal legs, okay? If you want to be a good meditator, don't upset other people's minds, okay? Work very hard to not upset other people's minds. Then you will plant seeds, okay? Later, when you cross your legs and close your eyes, good things will come out of the seeds, and we call it good meditation. Okay. Did you have a question? Loud.
You said before in the previous trip, who would want to know which one she sentenced directly, even if she want to kill people over, want to get into Buddhahood.
Let's say it again.
You said in the previous retreat that if a person sees emptiness directly, even if he's going afterward and kill people around, he's still going to reach enlightenment in 7 lives maximum. So how can that be that you can have even the potential to fall in the state?
I take it back, okay? I hereby announce that I made a mistake by exaggerating. A person who saw emptiness directly, I don't believe would ever kill another person. I don't think they would be capable of it. But what I meant to say was, it's unstoppable. Once you see emptiness directly, nothing can stop you from becoming a Buddha in 7 lifetimes. Nothing. And then to exaggerate, I said, even if you kill somebody, but a person who saw emptiness directly wouldn't have the karma to be in a situation where they would kill someone. Okay?
But he said that it's enough that you fall into thinking that it's coming from your own side, this experience that you had, to lose your potential.
It means you can't stay, specifically you can't stay in the direct perception of emptiness. Okay? You would become an un-Arya. You would un-Arya-size yourself? Okay? But by that time, I don't think the karma is possible. Okay? It's a tapatasungi ripa, theoretical case. Very famous word in Buddhism. Okay, tapatasungi ripa. All right, nice. I promised you a break, didn't I? 5-minute break. Okay? Stretch your legs. So they say if you see the sutra like on this table, and don't forget to make an auction. And we have to decide it, Tim, before they leave, or we could just keep the money and the books. But it's an interesting thing that in Kamalashila, he says the sutra, the existence of the Dhammapada Sutra is proof that our Buddha showed gratitude to 221,000 other Buddhas, something like that. It's 75, 76, 77,000. What's that add up to? I don't know. But so it's a very famous thing that one of the main causes of seeing emptiness directly and one of the main causes of becoming a Buddha is to thank other people, like the staff at Diamond Mountain, like the cooking people. I'd like to say one more time thank you to Tahia for serving here for so many years. Personally, I think she's going to miss the place and come back. But anyway, there's a line in Kamalashila where they say that the existence of the Dhammapada Sutra proves that our Buddha showed his gratitude to his teachers for many thousands of years, okay? Many, many thousands of years. And that's how he could make a sutra, okay? So that the existence of the Dhammapada Sutra is proof that our Buddha made the karma necessary, and the karma necessary is gratitude, okay? Show gratitude. It's free, it doesn't cost anything, it's fun. I don't do it enough normally, but let's try to do more, okay? It's fun to do coffee meditation at Diamond Mountain because even if you have insomnia, you can just do it all night. There's no end of things to think. Okay, last item we're going to do is 35. That means we have to finish a lot in Guadalajara. And it means that I will review the items for the final poem in Guadalajara, okay? Okay, which you have with you, okay? But I didn't have time to cover them, okay? So that's good. Now, I kind of think this is one of the most beautiful. It's called Karma, Stupas, Journeys, and Teachers. And the Buddha is explaining the effects that the Dhammapada Sutra will have on you and on the world. And the words he says are, you ready? If someone took all the planets in the galaxy and they covered them with diamonds and they offered those planets to the Buddhas, okay? Billion planets covered with diamonds, offer them to the highest person in the universe. Or, if they learned one tiny part of the sutra and shared it with another person when they got home, or even on the plane, it's more good karma than covering the planets with diamonds, okay? More good karma to share a small thing you learned here with another person than it is to cover a billion planets with diamonds and give it even to the Buddhas, okay? That's an easy way to make good karma, I think. All right, now Buddha mentions 4 things, and then we're finished, okay? Number 1, the karma is countless, okay, of teaching Dhammapada Sutra. By the way, specifically, we didn't cover it yet, it's coming later, but Kamalashila says, if you have fun teaching the Dhammapada Sutra, the karma is much more. Okay? So if you can just smile, have fun, have, eat good food, play while you're studying, have fun while you do Dharma. It's more powerful. Buddha even says, yes, you can get a lot of karma out of teaching Dhammapada Sutra, but if you have fun while you're doing it, then the karma is countless. And specifically, he says the width of a razor blade compared to the height of Mount Everest. Okay, if you have fun. All right. Number 2, then that place where you study the Dhammapada Sutra becomes a stupa. Stupa means like a beautiful temple where if other people come there, they will get blessings for many, many centuries. Okay, like if you go to the deer park, or if you go sit under the Bodhi tree, or if you come to Diamond Mountain and sit on a cactus, where people studied the Dhammapada Sutra, you'll have some special experience. Okay, so this became a holy place, Diamond Mountain. Diamond Mountain has been blessed by many, many meditators, and you can feel it. I was enjoying the high road yesterday, and just standing there at dusk and looking at this place. It's very, very beautiful now, due to the hard work, Michael and Melissa and the other stuff. And it's blessed. The land is super blessed, okay? So if you have a chance, come here and do retreat. You don't have to wait till Geshe Michael comes, okay? You can come anytime. They're waiting for you, okay? They have a nice cabin for you. Come sometime by yourself, okay? The place is blessed. The place is like a stupa, okay? Diamond cutter was taught here. And you have to go back to your countries and teach it there, okay? All right? That's part of the deal. When you learn sutra, you have to be the next person in the generation. You are my kids and grandkids, then you have to teach other people, okay? That's the deal, okay? All right. It becomes much easier to finish your journey to Buddhahood if you know the Dhammapada Sutra, okay? That's the third power of the sutra, okay? Last one, and then we'll finish up. By the way, there's a custom not to prostrate at the end of a teaching. That means we have unfinished business together. We have to meet again. All right, the fourth result of teaching the sutra is, what do you call it? It's like honey to the bees, okay? When someone teaches Dhammapada Sutra, even just a few lines, all the Buddhas come to that place. All the teachers come to that place. So you can't see them. I used to ask my teacher, oh, but I can't see them. And then he always has the same answer. There's a lot of things you can't see. That doesn't prove anything. So, anyway, all the teachers in the universe come into your body when you teach the Dhammapada Sutra. Okay? Even just on the plane, you teach the pen to the person next to you who's asleep. All the Buddhas come and live inside you, okay? While you're teaching, all the Buddhas in the universe are inside you. Buddha said that, okay? Okay? So that's a trick to get them to come. Just teach somebody the Dhammapada Sutra. All right. So we'll do a Gewadi. You have anything, Tim? Okay. And do a good one, okay? Don't do this one. Ready? Gewadi, Gewokan, Sanam Yeshi, Tzozoshi, Sanam Yeshi, Nichue, Dabag. Not that kind. Okay? Real serious one. Send the karma to other people. And please teach Dhammapada Sutra. Okay? Please teach. You got all the pictures and you passed the exam really good. So, teach, okay? All right. Who gets to do this? Yeah, Gyalse? Purgi Joshi Metota Niramingshi Ninde Gambadi Sangye Shindu Ringte Uwagi Dokunamda Shina Jepasho Idam Gururat Andana Kamnayataya Ni Dikewokan Sanamishe Totoshi Sanamishe Nechue Nambakuni Tobasho. Okay, thank you. Mr. Tim.